Ah, Manuel, you're alive!
Yeah, that's kind of an existential statement, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so I see the audience today, but I'm just going to ignore them.
Yeah, that's good, Ash. You're just blocking out.
Yeah, well, I've just been really worried with everything happening with Will and Grant and Clawdia. I don't know, I thought something might have happened to you.
Well, don't worry. Chess Club doesn't scare me.
Well, not Chess Club, it's the writers. Who knows what they're capable of?
Well, regardless of Chess Club or any writers, you know, it's nice to know you worry about me.
Yeah, well, I guess you get me through all this crap, so I'm pretty glad I met you.
I'm glad I met you too. So, anyway, I know you think we're in a musical.
We are.
Right? But I was thinking yesterday about, you know, how to help you with your fear of musicals, and it hit me. You kind of just have to embrace them.
No, you could never give me this.
Why? Would it kill you?
I don't know, maybe. It's exactly the kind of thing the writers would put into this.
When you're in a musical, you sing because you can't speak anymore, when the words aren't enough. Please sing with me.
Nah, words are enough.
Well, dance with me then.
You have to
Humor me. Alright. So you put your arm right there, grab, and then I put mine here, and then here, and then step together.
Okay, do you hear the underscore?
You hear music?
Yeah. Of course you don't hear it.
Come on. Okay. Give me your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we step together like this.
Mm-hmm.
See? This isn't so bad.
Hey. Well, I guess you're right, it's not that bad. No, sorry.
What's wrong?
It's them. I have no privacy anymore.
Things were fine just a minute ago.
I refuse to be the only person in this school who sees life for what it really is.
What is this?
That is a script. It's our script. It's all of our lives, me and you, and Wyatt and the campaign, everything's in there. I mean, it's only Act 1, yeah, but it's proof, Manny. It's proof I'm in this musical. What are you going to say?
Asher, there's nothing on these pages.
No, that can't be right. No, this is ridiculous.
Hey, you know, it's probably just Chess Club messing
No,
with
it's
you.
not the Chess Club, it's the writers. Look, I'm gonna prove once and for all we're in this musical.
What are you doing?
No, I can't get through.
It's a wall, Ash. You can't walk through.
No, it's these writers. They're changing the rules. They're screwing with me. What is wrong with you?
Hey, you're just stressed. No, talk to me. Explain it to me.
Nobody in the school believes I'm in a musical. You're the only person I trust. You believe me, right?
I don't have any proof.
Forget proof. Don't you trust me?
I believe you believe you're in a musical.
That's what you're going to say to me right now? Look, I don't know why I hear what I hear. The music plays all the time, entire groups of people just get up and start dancing around like idiots, and I'm the only one who sees that. They're just rows and rows of people just listening to this conversation right now. Do you know what that does to a person? I mean, do the writers know what that does to a person?
Look, I understand you're...
But you don't understand. Okay, I feel crazy. I'm going crazy in front of all these people. What, are you guys entertained? What, are you liking the show? Because it's driving me nuts!
Hey.
No, don't touch me right now, please.
You're talking to a wall.
No, I'm not.
Have you ever thought that maybe there aren't any writers, Ash? That this is all just in your head?
What, you think I'm crazy?
No, I didn't
You
say
just
that.
said that. You think I'm making this all up? Look, the Manny I know would have never said something like that, especially not right now. Look, what are you? Are you just some actor like everybody else on this stage? You're just reciting your lines? No, how could you lie to me like that?
Ash, I'm your friend.
No, I said back off! Okay? What's the next line, huh? What, you can sing now? Go on, sing for me, let's do a duet! I'm sorry.
You think You think you're the only person who knows what it's like to be alone? You think you're the only person who sees what others don't? Ash, you don't know anything about me.
Well, you're a new student.
I'm not just a new student. I'm from an entirely different square. Square 32.
You transferred?
Yeah. In the actual sense of the word, not the way the government uses it.
What's that?
When a person gets transferred, the government kills them. Simple as that.
You're alive.
And I'm alone. The theater club had wanted so badly to put on a play. After years of pleading with the school administration to let us put on just one show, they finally gave in. But only so long as it had academic merit. We weren't about to say no, so we enthusiastically wrote 64 Squares, a musical about the board. We didn't care that it was about chess. We were just so happy to be finally putting on a show. When the show went up, support for theater went through the roof. Everybody, they loved it. We became the first non-academic club at our school to have any success. But of course, the one thing we wanted the most was a reason for our downfall. The school administration, they cut our funding. They said we had become a menace to the academic process. And from there on out, everything changed. People were furious. They began protesting, and they threatened to revolt against the whole board, and obviously the government couldn't have that, so they sent the Black Knights in, and it turned into war. A fight for the freedom of expression that everyone fought. Everyone except me. I couldn't bring myself to fight anybody. I was too scared that we would lose and I would be transferred and I would never see my friends or family again, and I didn't. Because they were killed. Our whole square went dark. And me, the coward, I made it out alive for not intervening. I guess my real punishment is that I have to live out my life always knowing how weak I am. They wanted me to be silent, to forget. They had me sign confidentiality agreements. Claudia's told me she's had to sign some too, although I don't know what she's hiding. They even had this chip implanted in my face to hear if I said anything. I was tired. I was so tired of living by their rules. I was tired of being the coward. So I broke the chip and it hurt like hell, which is why I wear the slip ring to cover up the scars. But I did it for them. I did it so that they didn't die for nothing. So, I understand what it feels like to think you're the only one. But I'm here, Ash. And I know.
No, please. Come on, we should just go.
I'm sorry that
Get out of here, please!
Sorry.
Here's my open stage, here it is. On print on your blank page, here it is. My song to sing, my part to play. And there you are, with your attentive eyes, you're sitting there. Listen watch all our lives just fall apart. Where is your luck? Where is your heart? We're not your art. We're people, we live and we die. We love and we hurt and we cry. You learn and you feel and you breathe and well shit, so do I. And so do I. I'm real, but maybe I'm not. And I'm just someone's thought, just a minor subplot in a story unwritten, a story that someone forgot. Am I a figment of someone's mind? Is this my final act? Am I running out of time? But then you're all running out of time. Losing control of my mind, it gets much harder to find any good reason to stay here another day. You'll watch our lives, you'll write reviews about the character whose head was confused. I can feel this air in my lungs, I can feel these words on my tongue, I can feel your eyes on my skin, I can feel this heartbeat within my body pounding at a pace, and I can't shake the feeling that I'm reaching the end of my race. And I can see every single place within this place. Are you even listening to the mediocre words that I sing? I sing, I sing. Well, here it is, and this is me. Did I turn out the way that you thought I would be? I'm depressed, I'm ignored, I'm crazy. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. So sit there and don't say a word. I'm crazy, or haven't you heard? So here it is. Here's my open vein.